everyone, and welcome to an episode of Fab Maniac, where we have a little bit of a Briar testing session going on. We're just going to be running in some Briar decks into the best decks in the format, namely Star of the Show right now, but we've also got some other videos coming up with another hero, probably Prism. And we're just going to see how well this deck lines up, because now that Viserai's been banned out of the format, Dane needs to find a new hero to play. Also, there's space for another aggro deck to start sort of coming into the fold, and pretty keen to see how it all pans out, really. Starvo obviously being a bit of the rock in the rock paper scissors, and Briar being the scissors, I guess you could say. Aggro decks do tend to fold to Bravo pretty easily a lot of the time, but this is actually a Channel Mount Heroic build, so can pump out quite a lot of damage pretty quickly, so hoping to see some good results from Briar here as we just finish up the sideboarding here. As you can see, pretty standard equipment from both sides, just playing some Null Rune boots on the Starvo equips there, but we do have a Rampart of the Ram's Head as the equipment. Some players would probably say that Stalagmite's a bit better here, just kind of trying out the Rampart. The chain doesn't get broken quite as often, but it does make quite a neat interaction with Crown Seeds and Null Rune and Shield all being a blue. But Starvo lost the roll here, so good old Briar gets to start things off, maybe filter the hand a little bit, maybe get a little bit of damage in. Yeah, see, just pitching a couple of non-attacks that they don't want in their hand to make a rune chant pass back. Nothing too exciting. Meanwhile, Bravo here, already off to the races with a Starvo trigger. What's going to be coming in here? Oh, Spinal Crush. That is a massive blow already on turn 1. And it takes the full hit, so no go again will be coming in there. So that could mean there's not a lot going on the Briar side, but we do see a Channel Mount Heroic in hand, so I guess that's getting played out. I wonder if maybe at least one card could have been used to block there, because nothing else got used. Well, in any case, the Heroic is out there, ready for the next turn to deal a whole bunch of damage. Well, it's like a Crown of Seeds at end of turn, just to get that trigger going. And it looks like, yep, there it is, three elemental cards. Is that a red Breakground? I believe so. So this is coming in for 9 Dominate go again already. Second turn in a row. And a Frostbite Hammer to follow it up. So Bravo kind of running on all cylinders here. Can the Briar player catch up? They've already got half the life totals to get back in there. A lot of catching up to do. Channel Mount Heroic's going to make it pretty easy to do quite a lot of damage this turn. So we're coming in with a fused Bramble Spark, so this is a 10 damage. That is a red Lightning Surge on top, so yeah, it is coming in for 10, this Ravenous Rabble. Middle of turn Tunic trigger, why not? Doesn't seem to be a massive amount of action in hand at the moment, which is not the greatest for the Briar player. Starvo there just doing a Tunic, doing a Crown of Seeds. Just sort of evaluating the cards in hand, doing lots of math, like do I have 3 elements? Yes, if I do, don't block. Pretty simple stuff. I imagine if Bravo does have all 3 elements here, they're not going to be doing any blocking. Yeah, there we go. Take all 11. One of the rune chant, or no runes are blocked by the crown of seeds, but yeah. So just a blue burgeoning is the only other attack in hand here. So that's just 7 damage again. But so a lot of life's been caught up on, but the Bravo player's not blocking, so there's going to be a bit of a crackback. And yep, there it is. Oh, I think I saw an Oakenold in there. Starvo number 3. 3rd in a row. And it's a fused Oakenold for 11 dominate. Go again. Okay, just blocking 3 here. That's all they can really do. They're going to lose 2 cards from hand. Making sure to keep the cards that are being put on the bottom separate from the ones that are still in hand. You never know. And a hammer also. Just a damage hammer. There's no frostbite in there. It was a yellow breakground, so always good to keep a card to put in arsenal, so no point pitching that pulse just to get the ice trigger on the hammer when the Briar's turn's already pretty much shut off anyway. And here comes a coax, a commotion. Bravo just kind of evaluating what they're up to, using a crown of seeds. I'm pretty sure I saw all the elements in there. Just gonna block out this coax. Just don't want to give Briar any more sort of resources that they might want to use, like a quicken or a card draw or something. And yep, that is Starvo number 4. So coming in for looks like 7 go again. Yep, and a hammer, which is blocked out. Pretty standard. Took 2 cards out of the Briar player's hand, which is pretty nice. Once you're at this low life total, it's pretty hard to sort of keep cards in hand against Bravo. And this is a Scar for a Scar coming in, which does have go again, but I'm not sure how much damage is gonna come through here. So Bravo just blocking with a crown and a shield here, which might indicate some more dominate coming on. So this is a coax, a commotion. I believe it must have go again. Just choosing the draw. Oh, just choosing life gain, okay. And there's Starvo activation number 5 and a Spinal Crush with Dominate. And that's the game. That was the game. That's pretty quick. That's basically, yeah, I guess Briar can't really do much about that. I guess that's what you call a high roll, folks. Starvo activating 5 turns in a row. 2 of them were Spinal Crushes and 1 of them was an Oakenold. Just oppressive. Like, can't really do much about that. I think a couple damage got could have been blocked a bit more there, but you know, like, doesn't really make the difference, you know. Can't really do much about that. Well, let's maybe try one more, and we'll see if Briar can put on a bit more of a show for you guys in the next one. Okay, here we are for round 2, and hoping that Briar can put up a bit more of a show this time. Bravo kinda stole the show in that previous match. As he does, I guess. But we'll see how Briar manages to pull out a match here. She might be able to, you know, like a combination of a big channel mount heroic turn or back-to-back channel mount heroic turns could really deal a lot of damage, because in the previous match, like, Briar took a lot of damage, but managed to do nearly about 20 damage with a channel mount heroic. So I think a couple of those turns will mean that she could actually like pull her weight and be a match for this Bravo deck. And Briar's going first again, and turn 1 channel mount heroic is not a bad play. Gonna be pretty set up for next turn. Hopefully the hand has plenty of attack actions. And well, for once we don't have a Starvo trigger. Looks like there's a whole bunch of ice cards in their hand. Could do a bit of disruption here. I think that's a Winter's Bite, so it's possible that playing that means that valuable resources that Briar might have wanted to use on their next turn are not available to them, because they would have to pitch a card or discard a card. But looks like they're going for the Ice Quake here. So it's going to give +1 and an extra frostbite on damage with this hammer, so it's a 5 damage hammer with a frostbite. And Force of Nature blocks 3 here, so just a simple 1 card block with the Grasp. So now Briar's free to do whatever they like with this channel mount heroic. Okay, so a Fused Bramble Spark and a Sonata for X equals 1, I guess. So looking at the top 4 cards. Alright, so Briar drew an all non-attack action hand, which is not great, but at least Sonata does find an attack action. Let's go with Scar for a Scar here, which does have Go Again from the Embodiment of Lightning, so it's coming in for, I believe, 10 and 1 Arcane. Oh, and there's also Arcane damage from the Sonata Arcanics, which I think they may have not quite got around to doing yet. So just a quick Crown of Seeds activation here. Just a combination of trying to find more elements and also preventing a bunch of damage, which is just absolutely bonkers. So that's 2 Arcane prevented. And then just 2+2 with the sword. So no blocks here means Starvo's probably found all 3 elements, which is gonna be pretty crazy here. Just blocking a little bit more with the Crater Fist. There's no real on-hit triggers, I believe, in this Briar deck anymore, especially with Plunder Run gone, so there's no real need to save equipment that much, you know, it's just a bit of extra life. And there's all the elements, so what do we have to follow up there? It's an Oaken Old. And it's coming in for 11 Dominate Go Again. So all that damage goes through. We have 2 cards on the bottom. And I guess there's a frosty hammer coming. So a pretty good crackback from the Bravo player here. I say Bravo player here, but I mean, it's actually me. So talking about myself in the third person, a bit weird. Blocks out the hammer. It's only one card in hand and one in arsenal. Interesting. I guess they don't really want to have that, even though the turn's pretty mediocre, I guess don't really want to have that lightning surge in hand that much. But that's pretty easily blocked with just a crown of seeds and a shield, so. Do we have another Starvo trigger? We do. Pretty relentless here, but I guess this is what the deck is designed to do, but luckily for Briar here it's just some vanilla 9 damage. No on hit triggers means it's kinda easy to take all that. And now we just have the Frostbite Hammer, which does have an on hit. Oh, looks like there's a Channel Mount Heroic in Arsenal. So that could be pretty big next turn. Yeah, so preventing that Frostbite seems to be pretty crucial. Oh, no Earth card in hand, so I guess can't really play out the old Channel Mount Heroic just yet. So I guess this is just a Knight and Strike for 7. So it'll be for H total, I guess. Oh, it is for 7. Yeah, because the Force in H is not fused. So that's fully blocked. So no Starvo. Oh no, we do have a Starvo ability. Don't mind me. Coming in for 7 Dominate. Now the old conundrum: attack with shield or attack with hammer, or have an arsenal. And I think possibly having an arsenal was is the better plan here. I guess having a frostbite can often reduce the amount of damage you're being taken by quite a lot, but having crown active is pretty big here. So lots of blues to pitch into that Channel Mount Heroic. Yeah, we have a pretty decent turn here. We've got 1 arcane and 10 damage with Go Again, and a tunic counter for the sword. It's a pretty good turn. And unless Bravo here manages to find naturally the 3 elements, doesn't look like there's much action going on. Yeah, here's blocking with a Oaken Old. Pretty strong card to have, but I guess without any fusion it's not particularly useful. Takes a decent amount of damage there. Okay, so we have a fused Entangle. So that's 7, and if it hits, the first attack gets -2. Alright, just taking all of it. Going to 2. Alright, so we got a Sonata Arcanix for X=1, so top 4 cards. Ooh, 2 hits! That's pretty big. That's a lot of damage gonna come through. So it's an Entwine Lightning and a Lightning Surge. Okay, so Lightning Surge, Entwine Lightning fused, so it has Go Again, coming in for, I believe this should be 5, right? So 4 plus 3 from the Mount Heroic, -2 from the Entangle. Oh, looks like we forgot about the -2 damage here. That might be a problem later on. Coming in for, again, with a Stinger Sorcery, and then, oh, that gives Go Again to the Lightning Surge. That's pretty good. Don't even have to use Snapdragon Scalers here. That's another 7. Oh, looks like a lot of 2 blocks in hand for the Bravo player. It's kind of a problem once you're on the defensive. You don't have much defensive options. And here comes another 7. Go Again. Ooh, can only manage a block for 6. Alright, Bravo survives at 1. Well, let's see if the extra 2 damage so far hasn't quite killed them, but we'll see. It might. All we can do is draw back up. And can Briar get the last little bit of damage through? Just comes within a snatch. It's not a bad bleeding, actually, with the Snapdragon Scalers. Threatening a lot of damage. Alright, here's a block for 4. Oh, and 2 Lightning Press. Alright, I guess that extra 2 damage didn't really do that much difference. Yeah, a bit of a rock and a hard place there. Can't really play around the Lightning Press. But yeah, massive Channel Mount Heroic turn. Got Briar solidly back in for the win. So a couple of pretty different games there. That one seemed reasonably close. Maybe a couple more triggers off of the Starvo player, or if that Sonata Arcanix hadn't hit 2 things, that would have been pretty huge, actually. Because actually, if you think about it, if the Sonata Arcanix had only hit 1 attack, and they'd remembered the -2 to the first attack thing, that's an extra 9 health Bravo player would have had to play with. Actually 10 because of the arcane damage as well. And yeah, and then they probably would have been able to keep a couple cards in hand and at least pressure back, because Briar's at such a low life total. But yeah, it seems like the games you lose, pretty rough. The games you win are pretty impressive. So I think I'd like to give Briar a go in this coming meta, especially since it devours prison, which we might find out in the next video. So stick around for that one.